Fuck you, niggas. Why y'all keep putting bioengineer into all this stuff? Right in the garbage. Peace.
What's up, YouTube? You already know it's your girl Icy Shay, and I'm back like I never left, and I am back with another video. Bioengineered food. Today we will be doing a deep dive on bioengineered food. Now, I've known about bioengineered food for almost 4 or 5 years, but the world is just not catching up. So let's hear about the world catching up to bioengineered food. Before this video starts, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave suggestions down there in the comment area for anything else you want me to react to or talk about, okay? Because I'll give it to you. Yes, but enjoy the video and let's get it started. Bioengineered food. Is it good for you or is it not?
Look at this. I was about to eat a Snickers and seen the back of it. What a disappointment. Fuck you, niggas. Why y'all keep putting bioengineer into all this stuff? Right in the garbage. Peace.
Yeah, I've been going crazy because the bioengineered food shit. This has got bioengineered. This, the turnout bioengineered almost every week. Hungry Jack bioengineered. This shit is like you make it put in your chicken. Bioengineered motherfucking grits, bitch. It says bioengineered food, not the ingredient. This whole thing is 3D. Of course, anything Campbell's. Bitch, the El Paso enchilada sauce is bioengineered. Bitch, Ritz crackers. I ate this whole box this week. I got one little sleeve left because I done ate the fuck out of them. Motherfucking noodles is too, which I think we all knew these wasn't good for you because how cheap they are, but still. No wonder they don't taste the same. Pizza rolls. Yes, that includes Tostinos. Bluebell contains bioengineered. And Ben & Jerry's don't. This fucking Butterfinger, bioengineered. My whole damn bag of Grand's Pillsbury's cinnamon rolls, bioengineered. I ain't even opened these yet. Motherfucking Rice Krispies. And these sons of bitchin' marshmallows. No wonder when I made Rice Krispie treats, they tasted funny. Even the fucking bread, dude. The fucking bread! Oh, Piggly Wiggly's in on it too, huh? Oh no, this is engineered too.
Like, look at all of that food. And that is stuff that you buy on a regularly day basis. That is stuff that you probably go to the grocery store and buy. Stuff you probably get for your kids for a snack. This is getting scary.
Let's see what snack cakes are bioengineered.
Y'all, it's not just Campbell's. It's Muir, it's Kraft, it's Lipton, Ritz, Goldfish, Wheat Thins, Idahoan, Essential Everyday, Pepsi Cola, Coca-Cola, Sara Lee, Post, Quaker, Kellogg's, Pace, Hidden Valley, and Market Pantry, Horizon, Dannon, and Yoplait. We'd best be reading those labels, guys.
Just got this nutty espresso. Fucking wild. this shit. All this dumbass shit in this fucking press room. Throwing this shit fucking trash. It's over. They kill me. Look at this shit.
When I say he did the right thing, he did the right thing. Throw it away. I remember when I first started seeing bioengineer all over my stuff, I started throwing that stuff away, y'all. Throw it away. Don't give it to nobody, and especially don't give it to your kids. If it say bioengineered, it needs to go in the garbage. Okay? Now it's time to get deep. What is bioengineered food, and why are they feeding it to us?
Bioengineered food ingredients are lab-modified ingredients using genetic engineering or some type of synthetic process. The reason for this is because it's usually to create cheaper, more shelf-stable, and more uniform than their natural equivalents. So usually bioengineered food ingredients are designed to be all-around seasonal. It's also designed to beat out the issues with longevity expiration dates and preservatives. Now, before we even get into bioengineered food ingredients, if you thought soy was a hard thing to get away from, then I'm gonna be honest with you, getting around bioengineered food ingredients is definitely a mountain of a task. Bioengineered food ingredients are in just about everything. That's not really putting it lightly. And a lot of times you might not notice because it's hidden in plain sight. The print for it is usually pretty small. It's kind of like when you look at the Bojack noodles and how it says cancer-causing properties. Yes, it's there if you look. But getting into bioengineered food ingredients. Short-term side effects. This means digestive disturbances manifesting as gas, bloating, and loose stools. Systems affected. It's going to be your gut microbiome and barrier. So you're going to be met with things like debiosis, gut permeability, which leads to IBS, and also autoimmune triggers. Allergic type reactions such as hives, sinus congestions, and eczema flare-ups. Systems affected is going to be your immune hyperactivity. So this is going to be met with chronic allergies, asthma, and autoimmune conditions. Systems affected, nervous systems, and the mitochondria signals. Chronic neuroinflammation, mood disorders, and metabolic burnout. Long-term side effects: gut microbiome disruption, gas, inconsistent digestion, debiosis, nutrient malabsorption, higher autoimmune risk, endocrine strain, metabolic imbalances, PMS irregularities, blood sugar swings. This also leads to PCOS, insulin resistance, obesity, and cardiovascular disease. Immune dysregulation, mild rashes, food sensitivities, thyroid, autoimmunity, inflammatory arthritis, and chronic skin disease. Unknown epigenetics influence subtle fatigue or cravings that don't match nutrient needs. Feminine physiological impact, cycle and fertility. GMO soy-based proteins can alter estrogen level balance, affecting ovulation and uterine receptivity. This can lead to altered gene expression patterns, higher risk of chronic degenerative disease. Pregnancy. Gut permeability plus inflammation can lead to higher risk of gestational complications, fetal immune imprinting as well. Menopause. Inflammatory burden worsens hot flashes, weight gain, and cardiovascular vulnerability. Metaphysical parallels. Bioengineered food ingredients imitate natural food but lack full energetic signatures. This symbolizes illusions of nourishment. The body receives chemical similarity but with no vital essence. Chronic reliance mirrors a life pattern of settling for substitutes instead of authentic sources of vitality. holistic recalibration, short-term support, hydration plus fiber, flax, chia, leafy greens to escort or extract residuals, fermented foods to recede gut flow balance and BEFI exposure, long-term support, gut microbiome, prebiotic fibers, probiotics, polyphen, gut microbiome, prebiotic fibers, probiotics, polyphenous berries and green teas. We also want to focus on liver detox with milk thistle, NAC or N-acetylcysteine, and cruciferous vegetables, endocrine balance with omega-3s, magnesium, and Vitex for menstrual balance, immunity calibration, Q-certain, vitamin D, reishi, and shiitake. Feminine physiological support. We want to support estrogen detox with cruciferous plus DIM. We want to use zinc, selenium, iodine for thyroid protection, magnesium plus B6 for PMS, stress, and menopause. Energetic restoration. Prioritize foods grown in living soil. Reconnect with your true bioenergetic resonance. Grounding practice. Cyclical eating aligned with the season.
Woo, that was a lot. Bioengineered food really affects the body. And one thing that I've noticed is once I stopped eating bioengineered food products, my weight started to shed. Y'all, I've been on a weight loss journey, and when I don't eat or when I watch what I'm eating and it's not bioengineered, y'all, I lose weight faster. You're not going to lose weight if you're trying to lose weight eating the food that we have out here, because most of it is bad. Most of it contains bioengineered food. 90% of the food in the grocery store, yep, contains bioengineered food. So if you want to lose weight, maybe you should start looking at the labels and see what it say. And also, if you eating something and you got over 15 products, don't eat it. All that crazy names and stuff, don't eat it. That's just as bad as bioengineered food.
Campbell's chicken noodle soup is so popular. Let me show you why you should avoid it. People usually get this when they're sick or when they would like some soup, but it's absolutely not going to help your cause. Here's why. Check out these ingredients right here. There's way too many ingredients in here. Synthetic vitamins added back in, modified cornstarch that's GMO, monosodium glutamate, which is an excitogen that tricks your brain into thinking the food tastes good when it really doesn't. Natural flavoring, and worst of all, contains bioengineered food ingredients. The ingredients from corn and soy come from genetically modified crops. So the cornstarch is GMO, the soy protein isolate is genetically modified as well. Instead, swap it out for kettle and fire chicken noodle bone broth soup. Even though there's a long list of ingredients, every single ingredient in here is clean, and they're using organic noodles as well, which is excellent. This actually tastes really delicious, and it'll actually help you if you're feeling sick. So be conscious when you're buying soup, and follow the channel for more food shopping tips.
So I'm over here at Whole Foods, right? And I shop at Whole Foods. I'll be the first to say. You know, I get my little organic sourdough breads and some other things for the kids and whatnot. But what I noticed in some of their baked goods that Whole Foods make, a lot of this stuff now they put in bioengineered food, bioengineered ingredients. Anything bioengineered? No, and I don't even eat pastries and stuff like that. But for those of y'all who don't know, that whole bioengineered thing, nah, man, stay away from that. That's like natural flavors. That could be 2,000 different things that's in your food when they talk about natural flavors. And now they got bioengineered. Bioengineered could be 5,000 different things. And you have no idea what the hell that is. I'm about to write the Whole Foods because I don't like that.
All right. I don't eat from the grocery store. And this is probably the real reason why. Because the eggs are not egging like they used to. This is a bioengineered egg. Bio-fucking-engineered egg. I grow all my own shit and I get all my stuff from local farmers. Nellie's eggs. Disgusting. Absolutely not real at all. Do not buy these. They are bioengineered. Now No, no.
So if this chicken ain't chicken, what is it? So the chicken in the chicken noodle soup was fake. 3D the whole time? Now it was a former employee at the Camel Soup Company, whatever, is coming out trying to expose the big company. Not only that though, y'all, they said that he got hour-long video and recording of the vice president ranting, talking shit, but actually taking shots at his own company product and taking shots at some of the employees, even the customers. He's saying that the food is made for homeless people. Nah, y'all. Listen to this.
Garza fired for coming forward.
What do you think about the things that he was saying?
Oh, just pure disgust.
We have shit for poor people. Who buys our shit? Don't buy these products barely anymore. It's not healthy. Now that I know what the in it, even in a can of soup, I look at it and look at meat. Bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer. You?
Now that was the VP, Martin Bally. Allegedly, he said that the chicken is bioengineered meat. He don't want no food that come out of a 3D printer. Basically, they don't give a fuck. They know that y'all gonna buy it. So all them little diced up little chickens that be in the can, that shit fake. See, I been stopped eating that. I just didn't understand like the broth water. I always thought that shit was like mop water. So if this shit is fake chicken, so what is the water? What is the soup? Like what's the seasoning? Like, oh, come on. My thing is, we gotta stop eating all this processed food. Well, I don't really like that, but that little packaged food, the rice and chicken and the pasta, I don't eat none of that chicken. I'd be like, this ain't chicken. I be knowing. Do y'all be knowing? Because ain't that many goddamn chickens right here around on these corners, and cows, and farms.
And you wanna know what? It's so unfortunate that we have to go to the store and we barely can find something to eat because all the food is bad. Campbell's bad. Cheeses. You can't even buy cheeses no more. And I remember when Bioengineered Foods first, like when I first started seeing the labels, they used to hide the labels and stuff. Like you had to like literally look around to see the label. Like for example, right? Say these wipes, right? Okay, you see how this little flab is on this wipe? You know how you lift it up and you read more? Bioengineer used to be under them flabs. You had to lift it up to see it. I remember. Because I was buying it. Okay? And when I was going home looking, I was seeing bioengineer. Why is it hidden for? That was one of my main things. And then I Googled it and was like, oh, okay, I see why they hid it. Because they don't want you to know. But now it's out in the open now. If you go get a product from another country and get our product and put it together, they're not the same. They're totally different. Other countries is using the right stuff. We using everything under the sun. Like, it's not fair. And it's not fair to us and our kids and everything. It's just not fair. Now this last video, I saved it for last because it's the longest video. But let me tell you, when I say this is so much information, very informative, if you guys got a couple extra minutes to see another video, I think you guys will really want to listen to this video. If y'all feel like, you know, press hold 2x so y'all can, you know, the video can go quicker. But let me say, y'all, this video is so important. It's very informative. I feel like y'all should read it. I mean, not read it. Listen to it. And then at the end, I'll come back at the very end and say anything else that I need to say with my closing. Get into it.
All right, folks. Let's go ahead and get some news and information for you. So earlier this week, actually yesterday, I posted some information that I thought you guys needed to know about, and that was about Campbell's Foods and one of their vice presidents of, I think, cybersecurity, some kind of security or whatever, was talking about he would never consume Campbell's Foods. Their chicken and their soup and so forth. It was made for poor people. It was this, it was that. It's you know, chicken that's 3D printed chicken and so forth, right? And so it concerned a lot of us for several different reasons. It concerned us, number one, not because we didn't know about genetically modified foods. We know about that. What we don't know is what we don't know. And that sent bells and whistles off in my head, because why wouldn't he want to? That's the company that he works for, right? And not just that, folks. Pause just for a moment, because this is something that I should have said earlier, but I'm going to say now. There are trusted brands that each and every last one of us has grown up knowing since we could breathe, that we thought we could trust. Brands like Coca-Cola, right? I like to, right? You remember the song? Yeah. What about Campbell's? Good. Frosted Flakes, great. So these are brands that sang to us. Kleenex says, bless you. These are brands that became a part of our daily lives. We didn't want the generic brand. We wanted the brand. We wanted that particular product, or else home wasn't really home. Family life and growing up was not going to be the same if you didn't recognize the products on your shelves at home. So we're talking about products that became a part of our lives, that we trusted, and the companies told us that we could trust them because it was delicious and it was wholesome and it would help us to grow big and strong, or it would fill empty bellies and it would keep us safe like a good neighbor. Allstate, Prudential, we are reminded. But then I remember often what my college professor told me. He said, Johnny Q. Public is stupid. If you tell them something long enough, they'll believe it. And I'm guilty. So here we are at this crossroads where a VP was heard and overheard and recorded saying he wouldn't eat the shit. What? But you know what? I don't care what mental faculties he was under. He spoke a sober mind that day. So here we are. And I thought, okay, well, before we jump off of any bridges together and say what we're going to do, and we looked up all the things that Campbell's has under their umbrella, I thought, let me find out exactly what it is about bioengineered foods that has everybody up in an uproar and why he won't eat it. And if he won't eat it, how many other people on his board and in other companies who know that their products are made with bioengineered products won't eat theirs either, won't consume theirs, won't wear theirs, won't do anything, won't smell it, won't drink it, won't anything. That's what I wanted to find out. And so, of course, I spent the day digging it up. You ready? Let's get into it. So I made some notes, and I need you guys to come on ahead and join me because we're going to take our time with this one. A couple things that you need to know. Most Americans have no idea that the majority of the food on their tables, from their produce to their packaged snacks, is tied to bioengineered seeds, patented crops, chemical pairings, and lab-made ingredients controlled by just 4 corporations. Y'all, this ain't conspiracy. This is the U.S. food system, and the people in the neighborhood, that's you and me, we deserve the truth. What we're eating is not what it used to be. So what does bioengineered really mean? Bioengineered is the USDA's updated, friendlier word for GMOs, or genetically modified organisms, genetically engineered crops, gene-edited foods like CRISPR, engineered microbes, yeasts, and enzymes used in packaged goods. A food is bioengineered if its DNA was changed in a lab in ways that could never happen naturally. That ought to freak you out there. Companies do this to increase crop yields, make crops resistant to insects, tolerate heavy pesticide sprayings, extend the shelf life of their product, reduce manufacturing costs, maximize profit. But here's the problem. The public wasn't ever fully informed, and labeling laws still allow companies to hide engineered ingredients behind confusing languages and QR codes nobody's gonna scan. What foods are bioengineered? That's a good question. Bioengineered, what does that really mean? So a food is bioengineered if its DNA was changed in a lab. We did talk about that. But let's talk about what foods are bioengineered. The big GMO crops are this one. Are you ready? These are almost always, blew my mind, I didn't know. These are almost always bioengineered, unless labeled non-GMO, and you've seen that on packages, right? Or organic. Corn, soybeans, sugar beets, canola, cottonseed. These show up like this on your packages though. Corn syrup, soy oil, vegetable oil, yeah, beet sugar, lecithin, maltodextrin, cornstarch, textured soy protein. From a vegetarians and vegans in the building. So bioengineered produce are these. Arctic apples, they won't brown. Innate potatoes, they don't bruise. Hawaiian papaya. Pink pineapples, anybody? Summer squash. Those bioengineered animals? Aqua Bounty genetically engineered salmon. So, hidden bioengineered ingredients you should know. I'm going off my list here. These appear in thousands of everyday foods. Vitamins engineered through microbes. Enzymes that are used in bread, cheese, snacks, yogurt. Flavors and fragrances, sweeteners. Natural flavors, often lab engineered. If the modified DNA is no longer detectable, manufacturers don't have to label it. Yeah, that part. And that's intentional, y'all. Companies that use bioengineered ingredients, including Campbell's, this is a list that matters. These are the corporations filling American grocery stores with bioengineered and GMO-derived ingredients. Just so that you're clear. Campbell's Soup Company. They use GMO corn, soy, beet sugar, bioengineered flavors, and thickeners. Campbell's publicly supports GMO labeling, but still uses GMO ingredients across its product lines. And yesterday we talked about their product lines. Remember? Now, let's talk about General Mills. Old El Paso. Yeah, pass the Old El Paso. Yeah. Cheerios. Oh, yeah, with the little B. Lucky Charms. Pillsbury. Nature Valley. Heavy reliance on GMO corn, soy, and beet sugar. Kellogg's. Let's dig deep. Pringles. Pop-Tarts. Rice Krispies. Eggo. Cheez-Its. Most products rely on engineered corn, soy, and sugar. Kraft Heinz. So, Kraft cheese, ketchup, mac and cheese, condiments, frozen meals, widespread GMO oils, soy flavors, and sweeteners. Nestle. Hundreds of brands using engineered sweeteners, oils, enzymes, and flavors. PepsiCo, Lay's, Doritos, Cheetos, Pepsi, Quaker. Deeply dependent on GMO corn products and oils. The truth? Here's the truth. If it's a major national brand, it likely contains bioengineered ingredients unless stated otherwise. So here's the question. Are bioengineered foods safe? The honest answer is this. Government agencies say yes. Independent researchers say we don't have enough long-term data to actually know. But here's what we do know. 1. Pesticide exposure has skyrocketed. GMO crops are paired with pesticides like glyphosate, a chemical at the center of multiple cancer lawsuits. 2. Superweeds. They're now spreading across the U.S. Herbicide-resistant weeds now require stronger chemicals. Number 3. New allergens are possible. So gene-edited foods may increase proteins the body was never meant to combat. These are proteins the body's never seen, folks. Biodiversity is declining. So engineered monocrops weaken the soil and the ecosystem. Yeah, I just had to blink my eyes twice to let people know that we in danger, girl. CRISPR, spelled CRISPR foods, are too new to predict long-term effects. They say they simply don't know. And corporations, listen, aren't funding studies that could hurt their profits. So are they safe? The real answer is they don't fully know. And that should concern all of us. Here's a darker side. Here's how corporations took control of our seed supply that got us down this road. Number 1, companies patent seeds. Did you know that? A seed. God made. A seed. Mother Nature gave us seeds, right? Bayer Monsanto is one of those companies. Syngenta is another. Corteva is another. And BASF legally own the genetic traits in engineered seeds. Listen to this. Farmers cannot save or replant them, which is what caused some farmers to be sued when they replanted seeds. They have to sign contracts, so they're forced to agree not to, 1, save the seeds, replant the seeds, or share the seeds, or sell seeds to their neighbors. Yeah. This is dirty business, y'all. This is dirty. Farmers have been sued, like I said before, even when contamination was accidental. So you know when the wind blows, it carries seeds and it'll implant itself anywhere. So Monsanto has sued farmers because GMO pollen drifted into their fields through the wind. Oh yes. Make it make sense. It doesn't. Non-GMO seeds are getting harder to find. Corporate control has squeezed traditional and heirloom seed availability. This is not just farming. This is a monopoly over the food supply. Hang on just a minute. Because I got some more information for you. I just wanted to make sure that you all were fully awake through all of this because you need to know. Because the big question is, well, wait a minute. Well, damn, Paulette, that's everything in the grocery shelves. That's everything. And then it's impacting the farmers and da-da-da-da. So what options do we have? So here's some of the things that we in the neighborhood can do to protect ourselves. So despite the system being stacked against consumers, you do have realistic, empowering options. One, we talked about this past spring. Grow a small portion of your own food. You don't need land. Containers work. I proved it. I used egg cartons to begin, and then I planted them in bigger planters outside on my back deck. You can grow herbs, tomatoes, peppers, jalapenos, greens, cucumbers. I grew cabbage. I grew potatoes and tomatoes, things like that. Carrots even, right? Growing even 10 to 20% of your household produce literally reduces dependence on engineered foods. Buy real foods over packaged foods. You ever heard people say, all the health buffs and stuff like that say, don't go down the aisles, go around and check out what you can see, like if it says non-GMO or organic. Engineered ingredients hide in boxes and bags, folks, not in whole vegetables. Fewer ingredients equal fewer engineered components are possible. Number 3, prioritize these non-GMO or organic swaps. If money is tight, start with your corn products, your soy products, canola oil, beet sugar. These are the most engineered foods in America, and they're in everything. Support local. Support local. We talk about that all the time in the Brownstone. Support local and black farmers as well. Many use heirloom and non-engineered seeds. The reason why I bring that up, listen very closely. This is not a race-based thing, but it is. But I need you to understand that black farmers do not get the same support that other farmers do. They don't get the same grants. They don't get the same subsidies. They don't get it. They'll tell you themselves. And remember this, every dollar supports food independence. Find a local farmer. Find your flea markets on those weekends. Find out when they're going to be out in your area, or find out if they have an area where you can pick like a bag of greens or carrots or whatever, and choose your food that way. Here's something else. Choose a food co-op or a buying club. That's another way to do it. There's different places like Ugly Foods and things like that you can choose to get your food items from, right? Neighborhoods can buy better food together, so also consider that. This lowers your price, and it also builds community. Here's something else that you can do as well. Learn basic food skills, folks. A lot of us have gotten so used to instant. I have to hurry up and eat it now. I need to just run through the drive-thru. I'm super busy. Consider cooking, freezing, canning, preserving. Let me repeat that again. Cooking, freezing, canning, preserving. You may not want to can. You may not want to preserve. But consider cooking and freezing your foods, your meals, at least a couple of days in advance. This is going to reduce your dependence on corporate foods. Then here's something else. You can boost your body's ability to process those chemicals by eating more fiber, cruciferous vegetables, drink clean water, and move your body. We know these are simple things, but because we're so busy sitting behind desks, I'm guilty, we don't do as often as we should. Do seed swaps in your community. Porch produce exchanges. Community gardens is another one. We have 2 here that I'm aware of. Go to buying clubs, and food education workshops are also essential. Food sovereignty starts within your neighborhoods. So remember this, you have options. You have power, you have community, and now you have a little bit more knowledge that you maybe didn't have before. Corporations may control the seeds, the supply chain, the grocery store, but they don't control what you grow, what you buy, what you cook, and what you teach yourself, your children, and your family while you're building with the people in your neighborhood. Food independence is possible. One family, one neighborhood, one season at a time. It can absolutely be done. But what I want you guys to understand is this, folks. At the end of the day, we have got to remain informed. Again, this is neither left nor right. I don't care who you voted for. I don't care any of that. We recognize wrong when it's in our faces. And again, that was a red flag. So I'm glad that this guy opened his mouth accidentally on purpose and said what he said. Because he told us what we kind of probably figured anyway. Now you have a decision to make. You do. Could that be the reason why the entire household is sick or overweight? extra phlegm in their throats, and in their walks they can barely move and their joints are hurting? Because if you can alter DNA, you're altering a lot more than that, because Mother Nature gave us everything that we needed. It didn't need any help. She don't need no help. I need us to consider that as well. I hope that you found this helpful. If you want to continue to do more research on it, I absolutely am going to be sharing a link with you guys so that you can get more information about what I just provided. I'll also be sharing some posts in my stories on social media and notes as well on some of these companies that are using GMO, genetically modified organisms, or bioengineered foods in their products. And here's something else. Check out your own personal pantry to find out what you have in there. That's important too. What do you have? And literally, don't do this. If you're not going to eat it, don't package it up, box it up, and send it to a food pantry. Because if you're not going to eat it and it's not healthy for you, it's not healthy for someone else. Remember that. Show your concern and start calling these people out. These are the same companies. See, I'm about to go down this road. I feel like I'm live, but I'm not. These are the same companies that literally are backing up some of the people in office to continue to do stuff like this. Whether it be Democrat or Republican, it's happening. So that they can put more money in their pockets for their shareholders, withholding and notwithstanding your health. Make that make sense. All right, folks, I'm out of here. I'll do a rundown of the evening news here shortly before I wrap it up for tonight. Thanks so much for joining me. For more news and information that you can use, head over to brownstoneworldwide.com, Cityscape Radio. Use that QR code and get your free digital copy of Brownstone Living Magazine. See you around.
I'm not eating nothing from no company that the CEO don't want to eat from. If the CEO don't want to eat it, baby, you better not eat it either. Now, what do we learn about bioengineered food today? Is that we don't want to consume it. We don't want to eat it. We don't even know what it is for real. So why would we want to eat it? It's so sad that when you go to the grocery store, you have to look at everything that you eat and read it, okay? Now listen, I got some stuff in here that ain't bioengineered food, but I'm scared to tell y'all what it is. I don't know if I want to show my stuff yet, because what if they see this video and then they be like, oh, we forgot that brand, or we forgot that. So for right now, I'm going to hold off telling y'all. But if y'all want to know, let me know in another video, okay? And I'll let y'all know the stuff that I use that do not say bioengineered food, okay? I feel like it's literally nothing else for us to do but read labels. Read the labels. If it say bioengineered food, don't get it. At this point, we all need to be trying to grow our own stuff, get our own gardens, try to figure out how we can get our own chickens and different type of stuff. Because if we continue to consume the food that they're giving us, I feel like it's no hope for us. Y'all, I've been losing weight since I stopped eating so much bioengineered food, okay? And when I want a little craving sometimes, okay, I fall into like those little traps. But those little traps that I fall into, it could be one thing, one bag of chips will mess me up. So I just decided in all that I don't want it no more. And I can figure out how to make whatever I want myself. We do not need all of this bad food that they're giving us, okay? We don't. I starve some days. Like, if it's not no food for me to eat and I feel like I don't need it, I will starve. We gotta do better for our bodies, for our kids' bodies, and just say F the people that don't want to do right by us and don't want to give us the proper things that we do need. Because they look at us, I feel like we're test subjects right now. The food, whatever they got in the food, we are the test subjects to everything. The food, the everything, whatever that's going on. But I want to end this off by saying this. Read them labels. If you see bioengineer on it, don't eat it. Don't give it away. Throw it away. Don't buy it. Read the labels. Read the bolded fine print. Bioengineer no more. Thank you all for joining the video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave suggestions on whatever else you want me to talk about down below. And remember, bioengineered food is not for us. Bioengineer no more.